Kanu was happened in court. Something happened in court today, a new development in Nnamdi Kanu's court case that has made many people some people are really afraid. They don't know how the whole matter will end, and some people are happy that this matter will finally come to an end and Nnamdi Kanu may be freed. But there is something going on that many people are worried about, and this is the news. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu gets Wednesday, 5th of November as deadline to open defense in terrorism trial. Omotosho, the judge in Abuja today, of course, here in Noble Media, we have been monitoring what is going on over there. Today, has insisted that Nnamdi Kanu must enter his defense. He has given Nnamdi Kanu a deadline to defend himself. The Federal High Court in Abuja on Tuesday gave the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, until November 5th to defend the terrorism charges filed against him or risk waiving his right to do so. Pay attention. That Nnamdi Kanu must start defending himself, enter his defense. Remember that Nnamdi Kanu has disengaged his lawyers, that he must enter his defense or he will waive or risk waiving his right to defend himself. Are you paying attention? This is the new dimension that this matter is going. The trial judge, Justice James Omotosho, advised Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to consult legal practitioners experienced in criminal law to assist with his defense or to formally appoint a lawyer to represent him in court. So Kanu said he's not entering his defense. Kanu is insisting that he doesn't want to defend himself, that Nigeria or Omotosho Tinubu's court doesn't have any right to try him, given that Kanu is a British citizen and the way, most importantly, the way he was kidnapped and brought into Nigeria. Okay, so Justice Omotosho's decision followed Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's continued refusal to open his defense, insisting that there was no valid charge pending against him. This is already what Nnamdi Kanu is. Kanu is not saying he will not defend himself. He's not saying the Nigerian government is not bringing any charge against him, but he is saying that all the charges they are bringing against him are not valid. That he cannot begin to defend himself when all the charges brought against him are not backed up by law. That it will be illegal, it will be against the constitution for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to begin to defend himself when you are bringing charges against him, against a man, and the charges doesn't agree with your own constitution. Okay. Kanu, who represented himself during Tuesday proceedings, told the court that he would not return to detention unless the charges against him were properly presented. He said that he's not going back to detention, he's not returning to DSS custody unless Nigerian government can come out and prove the case, properly present the case presented against him. Let's now move on. Nnamdi Kanu argued that his continued detention by the Department of State Services was unlawful, maintaining that he had not breached any known law. And if anybody feels Nnamdi Kanu has breached any law, come and tell us now. Come and cite section so. Say that Nnamdi Kanu has done this. And don't forget, given all this, you watching this video, we must keep pressuring the government to do the right thing. It was because of the online, offline pressure that Nigeria was getting that made Trump to get attracted to the kind of atrocities going on in Nigeria. You watching this video, let us keep pressuring them. Come under the comment of this video and type Tinubu or Omotosho, don't be cowards, be man enough and release Nnamdi Kanu. Type Tinubu, be man enough to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I want somebody that has courage to type it in the comment section. I want you, if you have courage, like this video, share this video and come and type Tinubu, be man enough to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Stop being afraid of cabals. Release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He also accused the court of this regarding the Supreme Court judgment. That's Nnamdi Kanu accused the court of disregarding the Supreme Court judgment, which, according to him, condemned his extraordinary rendition from Kenya. He demanded that the trial judge immediately discharge him from custody. When reminded that the Supreme Court had ordered a fresh trial, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu maintained his position that the terrorism charges was invalid and incompetent. Somebody say it. Invalid, incompetent. You cannot expect Nnamdi Kanu to go to jail standing on an invalid and incompetent trial. Citing Section 36, Subsection 12 of the 1999 Constitution, he argued that there was no existing law creating a terrorism offense in Nigeria. This is Nnamdi Kanu standing before, facing Omotosho, saying that, look at your constitution. There is no existing law. There is no current law that creating a terrorism offense in Nigeria. In today's Nigeria, listen exactly the way Nnamdi Kanu said it. In today's constitution, Nigeria's constitution, the constitution is the supreme law. Yes, in most nations, in every democratic nation, the constitution is above the president, the constitution is above the judge, the constitution is above the whims and caprices of the governor or anybody. The constitution is the supreme law. And in that constitution, there is no valid charge against me. Listen to Nnamdi Kanu saying, I will not go back to detention today. The Terrorism Prevention and Prohibition Act has been repealed. I cannot defend myself under a repealed law. A repealed law is a law that no longer exists, that is null and void. It's just like bringing a dead law of 1880 to detain somebody in 2025. He further alleged any lawyer to show him a valid charge, urging the court to take judicial notice of what he claimed was the repeal of the terrorism law. So he said any lawyer in Nigeria, please, if you're a barrister, a lawyer, a judge watching this, in fact, you watching this, share this video to all the lawyers you know, to all the judges in Nigeria and outside Nigeria. Those that knows the constitution, come and show Nnamdi Kanu anywhere in the constitution. Because Nnamdi Kanu is saying that he further challenged any lawyer to show him a valid charge, urging the court to take judicial notice of what he claimed was the repeal of the terrorism law. I cannot be tried under a law that has been repealed. This is Nnamdi Kanu talking. Prosecuting me under such a law is a violation of my fundamental rights. Of course, Nnamdi Kanu, it's just that most times Nigeria appears not to value their own laws. After several attempts to persuade Nnamdi Kanu, of course, what Omotosho now started doing was persuading Nnamdi Kanu. And many people have said that they don't trust Omotosho, that Omotosho knows the truth, but he doesn't want to stand on it, that Omotosho may be on the side of Tinubu, that he may have been asked to do everything to jail and make sure that Nnamdi Kanu goes to prison. After several attempts to persuade him to enter his defense, Justice Omotosho adjourned proceedings until November 5, 2025, giving Kanu the final opportunity to either defend the charge or forfeit his right to do so. So Omotosho is saying that Wednesday, 5th of November 2025 is the last day Nnamdi Kanu has. After several attempts to persuade him that it is Wednesday is the final day, during the session, Council of the Federal Government, Adegboyega Amowolo, informed the court that some documents served on him by Kanu were unsigned and not endorsed by the court, arguing that they had no evidential value. He urged the court to disregard the documents. So Nnamdi Kanu served a Nigerian lawyer, S.A.N. Amowolo, a document, and he came to court. Amowolo came to court and said that those documents doesn't make any sense. He urged the court to disregard the document, adopt its final address, and set a date for judgment. This guy is in a hurry to see that Nnamdi Kanu goes to jail. This Amowolo. However, Justice Omotosho overruled Amowolo, stating that the documents contained in the court's record were duly signed and bore evidence of payment. So this guy was even lying against Omotosho and lying against Nnamdi Kanu. That is the way it is. Of course, we in Noble Media, we closely monitored what went on in Abuja today. And of course, tomorrow morning, our correspondents will also be focused on Abuja, and we'll be giving you live updates as it is dropping. If you have not shared this video, click on share. If you have not liked this video, click on like. And most importantly, there's another video on the screen. Click on it and watch now.